Hey guys, Marocellas here. Today we will be making a cactus farm. It's very easy to do, and all you need is your building block, which I'm going to use stone brick as always, some water, you'll need cacti of course, you will need sand, and you don't need torches, but they're useful. Cacti can grow in the dark, and they can also grow without supervision, which also makes them very awesome to farm, because unlike sugarcane and wheat, you need to be within the same 7 chunks, so it's awesome. And with cacti you can use it as a defense. If you mix cactus green with lapis lazuli, you can make cyan dye to make cyan wool, and if you mix cactus green with bone meal, you can make lime dye, and of course cactus green with regular wool will make the dark green wool. So we're just going to get started. What you're going to start off by doing is, this is going to be the front of our build, so you're just going to pick a spot and you're going to do every other block with sand, and you're going to do 4 wide, and then on the other side you're going to skip a block and you're going to do your building material there. Once that's done, you're going to want to extend your sand out 8 blocks. This in between the sand is going to be sort of our little water trench that goes down to the bottom, so you can collect all the water down at the bottom. And you're just going to extend this out. For the sides, you're going to do the exact same thing with your building material. Make sure there are no torches in the way. And now what you're going to do is you're going to go to the back, and we're going to extend this up. We're just going to do 2 layers. You can make it as big or as wide as you want, but this setup will get you exactly 1 stack of cacti. So I thought it was a pretty good setup. You're going to do 8 again. That's 6, 7, 8. The back is just going to be too tall because you need the water to sort of flow down to the bottom. Now you're going to do the sand. The sand is going to be too tall as well. And after this step, you're going to add more of your building material, just so that the water can kind of sit on it and flow down to the bottom where we're going to add the trench. So a lot of people think that cacti are pretty useless, but you can use them as a pretty good defense. You can make some decent traps with them, and of course you can dye sheep with them. So who doesn't want to dye sheep with them? 6, 7, 8. Okay, I made this too long. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your building material again, and you're going to just do 1 layer. This is where your water is going to go again, and then at the back you're just going to have a little back wall, so when you put your water in, it doesn't flow out the back. You're going to do the same thing for every part. I'm actually thinking of making a tutorial for a semi-automatic cactus farm as well. It's just using pistons, just like we did with the sugarcane. But that'll be another tutorial, so hopefully you guys will like that. Over here I'm starting to make a much bigger cactus farm. It's not nearly there yet, but eventually I'll finish it. So now all we need to do is take our buckets. You're going to stick them all in the back corner, and you're going to watch the water flow. Because it's 8 long, water can only flow 8 blocks straight, so it's going to stop right at the last block. See, just like that. And if we had it 7, you'd see that it sort of flows down, and then it goes again, and it'll go to right here. See, now it just stops there. So what happens is, if you throw a block in here, we'll throw a grass block. Let me get rid of the zombie that is causing chaos. See how it kind of gets stuck in the middle? Not always will it get stuck, but it's pretty glitchy, and it could happen. So that's why we're doing the 8 instead of 7, and the water will go away. So you're going to need 8 water buckets, and As always, you're going to want to make yourself a little infinite water source, but I'm in creative, so it's a little different. Let's just do the water source real quick. You take a bucket in the corner, and you take a bucket in the corner, and it'll flatten itself out, and then you can take as much water from it as you want, and it'll always just sort of replenish itself. Now, the water's going to stop directly at the bottom down here, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a little trench. It's just going to be 1 block down, and it's going to be the whole width of the cactus farm itself. And now you're going to want to find the middle, which the center is right here, and you're going to do 3 blocks like this, and then 1 block like that, and then you can change to the bottom block. What this is going to do, well, let's just add the water first and I'll show you. So you add water in the left corner, water in the right corner, and you'll notice the water will meet together in the middle, and it will stop right before it gets to this block. So let's just wait for that. Now what happens if you throw a block, it'll slowly make its way down here, and it will stop right on our little stone brick block. So that way you don't have to, if we have it here, you don't have to jump into the water and jump back out to get your items. You can just have a little platform where they go, whatever you prefer. But I personally like just not having to jump into the water. So for the next part, what you're gonna do is you can take a cacti or a cactus and just place it down to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to be doing. So this is the front, if you remember. So what we're going to do is we can place a block on top of it like that, and you're just going to do this all the way to the back right there. Let's break these. And now for the back one over here, you're gonna go 1 up just like that. So you're gonna break that one, and it's gonna be like this, and it's gonna be the same exact thing for the whole way across. So we'll just make a solid block and then go back and break it. Make a solid line, break it, solid line, break it, and now the bottom's done. So what happens is when the cactus grows, it will automatically break itself, and then the broken cactus will fall into the water and then go down to our little marker down there. So I can show you guys real quick how exactly it works. If you place a block next to a cactus, it will break. So what we're gonna do, let me get rid of the spider. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this block, and now watch, ready? It breaks itself. And also when blocks fall on top of a cactus, it tends to disappear. The cactus like eats it. So you need to be careful. If you're testing this out, you're probably going to lose your cactus. They also work really well for disposals instead of using fire or lava. If you don't trust your party members or faction members, clan members, guild members, anything like that, you can just use a cactus and have them throw their items in there instead of using lava or fire, so they don't kill themselves. And now we're gonna do the exact same thing back here. We're gonna skip a block because the cactus is going to be placed in the front just like this, all the way to the back. You want to avoid putting one back here because when it breaks, there's a chance that it'll fall backwards. So you're gonna have 4 on each row just like this, and you're gonna continue this for the whole thing. So we'll do this real quick. You're also going to want to put one back here just to prevent it from falling backwards. So we'll finish off the back. A little bit laggy. Break it. Break. 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 I keep getting stuck. So, fun fact, cactus can grow in the dark. Also, I don't think they fixed the glitch yet, but when you are underneath the cactus and you jump up, the bottom doesn't actually do any damage to you. But if you fall on top of it, it does damage, and if you touch it from the sides, it'll also do damage. Alright, so we have that done, I believe. Looks good. So now what you're going to want to do is take your cactus and place it in all of the in-between spots. And this is the last step, so congratulations if you've made it this far. And oops. And there we go. So the way this works is, as I showed you before, if you look closely, you can see their spikes stick out just a little bit more than regular blocks. So what happens is if you place a block next to it, like you can't place a cactus there because there's not enough room. So when they grow, they can't fit here, so they automatically break and fall into the water for you. So they just do all the work for you. And you can put torches up. It's not, you know, a big deal because they can grow in the dark. But I know sometimes people do like a little bit of light, so we'll just add some torches. So yeah, it's pretty simple to make, as you saw. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can make it wider, you can do whatever you want with it. And you will have infinite cactus green and infinite defense against your enemies and mobs too, but with the new pathfinding AI, they're a little bit smarter, so it's going to be a little bit harder. But it is a good defense if you want to surround your base with it, or if you want to have sort of like a falling trap to cactus at the bottom or anything like that. But keep in mind, items do disappear when you throw them on cactus. You kind of see that if you look really closely, they get a little buggy. They kind of shake rapidly and then disappear. So if you're trying to make a mob farm with it or anything like that, keep in mind that you will not get the loot if the items fall directly on top or near the cactus. So if you ever wondered, you know, how something kind of disappeared or anything like that, that's probably why, is because it glitched into the cacti and disappeared. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any suggestions for future tutorials, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to click subscribe. I have 3 new tutorials up every single week and weird in between videos. So I'm actually going to do an adventure map with my friend tonight, and I'll record that for you guys so you guys can get some amusement out of that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.